Welcome to the WIHS Journal. On today's broadcast, we'll learn about New Song Ministry and a homeless outreach that you can be part of. They're looking for coats, hats, scarves, and gloves, sleeping bags or tents, used boots, toiletries and hygiene products, backpacks, and drawstring bags. And New Song Ministry is taking the collection February 10th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Elite Auto Detailing at 350 Chapel Hill Road, Unit 4 in South Windsor, Connecticut. Join us next on the phone line with Aaron Edberg, the Outreach Director. Today on the phone line, we are so blessed to have Aaron Edberg, and he is actually a missionary here in Connecticut. I say a missionary, I say that wholeheartedly because missionary is when you have a specific mission for a type of person. I love, Aaron, that you have a heart and just a passion to serve the less fortunate in Hartford, how you are always on the front lines helping the homeless individuals. So thank you so much for that. So, tell us a little bit about what you do there in Hartford. Is it a weekly mission, a monthly mission? Just give us a little bit more details.
Sure. So the ministry is called New Song Ministries, and the name of the ministry comes from Jesus put a new song in my heart, and I believe he can do that for anybody. And we try to go out weekly into Hartford, Willimantic, surrounding towns, and we just serve food, hand out personal hygiene items, blankets, coats, Bibles, of course, pray with people, minister to people, love on people, and just really physically and spiritually nourish them.
That's great. And, you hear here in Connecticut that there is an epidemic of homelessness. And, sometimes until you meet somebody like you really don't know how tragic it really is. So maybe describe some of the scenarios that people do face.
Yep. So, you often think of addiction when you think of homelessness, but it's all walks of life with the economy that we're facing. There's people that have lost jobs and living paycheck to paycheck and have just lost everything. You see it all, a lot of mental health, and they struggle day to day as far as a place to sleep, as far as what to eat, basic personal hygiene, showering, bathing, personal hygiene items. I guess that's the struggle in a nutshell that I've seen.
So are there tents that people are set up in? Because, you hear rumors that there are specific places for tents, or do they actually have a place, or do they have shelter they can go to too?
Hartford has some shelters with limited beds. Willimantic also has shelters with limited beds. But yes, one of the things we are often asked for are tents or tarps. I visited Tent City in Willimantic. There's a lot of the parks in Hartford have tents set up. So you definitely see people in tents for sure.
Yeah. So tell us maybe some of one of the interactions that you have met with an individual that kind of changed you, that you made an impact in their life.
Yeah, one person I'll never forget was just a man that was living on the streets, and he was in tears and just said, I relapsed. And having come from a place of addiction myself, I was able to just pray with him and tell him that there's hope for him and that God has a purpose for his life. There's many, many stories that are just so desperate to be loved on. And just want to feel the love of Christ. So, and of course, it's obviously impactful and makes you super thankful. Just the fact that, I have a home and I have a warm bed to sleep in at night, and you're dealing with people that it's just the total opposite. It is heartbreaking. We do for the glory of God and to offer those people hope.
And I love the way God has supernaturally always supplies what you need. I follow you on Facebook. I see stuff that he had, somebody had donated a whole bunch of T-shirts.
Yep, but we are working towards, we'd love to get a truck for mobile showers or a school bus. I've said this for a few years now. That's a burning desire of my heart is to get a school bus or a city bus and retrofit it into mobile showers. But a trailer, a church donated a trailer to me when I first started this ministry, and that's been a blessing. And you just don't know the doors that God will open. There's an organization in Manchester called Worldwide Lighthouse Missions that donated 200 pairs of brand new sneakers, 700 Puma shirts.
Wow.
I've got several different churches that I drive to. I'll get phone calls at random. There's bags of donations here for you. It's amazing how God will speak to people's hearts. I've had restaurants. I even had a bar once that did, I think, 150 chicken parm dinners, donated their ovens and the time to cook them, and gave us a to-go container. So, God is using and speaking to anyone and everyone. It's been incredible. The doors are constantly opening.
I love when he's just showering his blessings literally down like that. I would love to see somebody's face when they got a brand new pair of Puma sneakers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's incredible. Yep. It's like I said, we take for granted just the basic necessities of life.
Yeah.
And so somebody who's walking around in a soaking wet pair of shoes or shoes with holes in them, it really it touches them. Yep, and it's an avenue. We'll never deny anybody help, whether they're receptive to the gospel or not, of course. But it is such an avenue to reach people for Christ. Yep.
Yes. So if you are tuning in right now, I am speaking to the owner and the founder of New Song Ministries. And Aaron, I know you have such an amazing testimony yourself, just delivered from a life of debauchery and now serving Christ. So we thank God for that. And speaking of homeless outreach ministry, I know that you are holding a special collection. So tell our listeners what you can need. First, talk about the needs, and then we'll talk about the location.
Yep, it's Saturday, February 10th. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Elite Auto Detailing. It's 350 Chapel Road, Unit 4, South Windsor, Connecticut. The immediate needs are gently used or new coats, hats, scarves, gloves, tents, clothing. We ask for, obviously, new personal hygiene items and undergarments, hand warmers, non-perishables, bus passes, $5 to $10 gift cards for fast food restaurants are wonderful, just to provide a basic meal, but also a place for people to go inside and warm up while they're eating that meal. We also accept donations. Our home church's website, which is willimanticchurch.org. If you click on Give at the top of the page, scroll down to Give Online, be sure to select New Song Ministries in the drop-down menus. That earmarks the funds for the ministry, and it is tax-deductible for you.
That's awesome. Now, do you have a presence? Do people know when you're coming?
Yes. Yep. Generally speaking, we try to hit the same, we try to remain consistent. We found that to be key in that if you're consistent, people come back and they're not just there for the physical needs to be met, but, some people can't make it to a church. And that is, for somebody in the street, that is the one day a week. That's like sometimes their church service, in a sense. That's where they get to interact with people of faith who love on them and just commune with them and have their physical and spiritual needs met.
I know that you have an outreach coming up this weekend with another ministry that partnered with you at Crossroads, a women's ministry that partnered with you. If you want to talk about that?
Yep. So Jolene is I'm not sure if she leads it, but she's in a women's group at Crossroads Community Cathedral, and they have a women's group that has been putting together, I believe, brand new book bags full of personal hygiene items, personal care, possibly gloves, hats, blankets, items like this. And they're going to go out and help hand these items out. We're going to have hot coffee and hopefully some trays of food. And that group of women they're excited to just minister to or witness to and testify to. Very excited about that.
Again, just recap all the details for this homeless outreach and all the items that you'll be needing.
Yep, sure. So on Facebook, if you just Google search on your homepage, at Our God He Reigns, it'll bring you right to the New Song Ministries Facebook page. Or you can email me at newsongnsm@gmail.com. And we try to hit Bernard Park and some of the local parks along Main Street in downtown Hartford on Saturdays from about 11 to 2. In Willimantic, we're starting to go out Sundays, and we're cooking for the No Free Shelter there every second Saturday of the month now. But if anybody's interested in helping, volunteering, giving, certainly attend this coat drive that we're having at Elite Auto Detailing, or reach out via email or Facebook Messenger, and we'd love to hear from you.
Once again on the broadcast with us was the Outreach Director, Aaron Edberg, from New Song Ministry and their homeless outreach. They are in need of all items a homeless person may need. That outreach again is February 10th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Elite Auto Detailing, 350 Chapel Hill Road, Unit 4 in South Windsor, Connecticut. For all the listings, you can visit our website on the community calendar at WIHSradio.org. I'm Anissa Porticelli for News and Public Affairs.